Chapter 10. Yehovah said to Moshe, "Go to Pharaoh, for I have made him and his servants hard-hearted, so that I can demonstrate these signs of mine among them, so that you can tell your son and grandson about what I did to Egypt, about my signs that I demonstrated among them, so that you will all know that I am Yehovah." Moshe and Aharon went in to Pharaoh and said to him, "Here is what Yehovah, God of the Hebrews, says. How much longer will you refuse to submit to me? Let my people go, so that they can worship me. Otherwise, if you refuse to let my people go, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your territory. One won't be able to see the ground, so completely will the locusts cover it. They will eat anything you still have that escaped the hail, including every tree you have growing in the field. They will fill your houses and those of your servants and of all the Egyptians. It will be like nothing your fathers or their fathers have ever seen since the day they were born until today." Then he turned his back and left. Pharaoh's servants said to him, "How much longer must this fellow be a snare for us? Let the people go and worship Jehovah their God. Don't you understand yet that Egypt is being destroyed?" So Moshe and Aharon were brought to Pharaoh again, and he said to them, "Go, worship Jehovah your God, but who exactly is going?" Moshe answered, "We will go with our young and our old, our sons and our daughters, and we will go with our flocks and herds, for we must celebrate a feast to Jehovah." Pharaoh said to them, "Jehovah certainly will be with you if I ever let you go with your children. It's clear that you are up to no good. Nothing doing. Just the men among you may go and worship Jehovah. That's what you want, isn't it?" And they were driven out of Pharaoh's presence. Jehovah said to Moshe, "Reach out your hand over the land of Egypt, so that locusts will invade the land and eat every plant that the hail has left." Moshe reached out with his staff over the land of Egypt, and Jehovah caused an east wind to blow on the land all day and all night. And in the morning the east wind brought the locusts. The locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and settled throughout Egypt's territory. It was an invasion more severe than there had ever been before or will ever be again. They completely covered the ground so that the ground looked black. They ate every plant growing from the ground and all the fruit of the trees left by the hail. Not one green thing remained, not a tree and not a plant in the field, in all the land of Egypt. Pharaoh hurried to summon Moshe and Aharon and said, "I have sinned against Jehovah your God and against you. Now, therefore, please forgive my sin just this once, and intercede with Jehovah your God, so that he will at least take away from me this deadly plague." He went out from Pharaoh and interceded with Jehovah. Jehovah reversed the wind and made it blow very strongly from the west. It took up the locusts and drove them into the sea of Suf. Not one locust remained on Egyptian soil. But Jehovah made Pharaoh hard-hearted, and he didn't let the people of Israel go. Jehovah said to Moshe, "Reach out your hand toward the sky, and there will be darkness over the land of Egypt, darkness so thick it can be felt." Moshe reached out his hand toward the sky, and there was a thick darkness in the entire land of Egypt for 3 days. People couldn't see each other, and no one went anywhere for 3 days. But all the people of Israel had light in their homes. Pharaoh summoned Moshe and said, "Go worship Jehovah. Only leave your flocks and herds behind. Your children may go with you." Moshe answered, "You must also see to it that we have sacrifices and burnt offerings so that we can sacrifice to Jehovah, our God. Our livestock will go with us. Not a hoof will be left behind, because we must choose some of them to worship Jehovah, our God, and we don't know which ones we will need to worship Jehovah until we get there." But Jehovah made Pharaoh hard-hearted, and he would not let them go. Pharaoh said to them, "Get away from me, and you had better not see my face again, because the day you see my face you will die." Moshe answered, "Well spoken, I will see your face no more."